Hello, welcome back to the channel. So this is probably going to be a continuation of another video which I've made. This is the MGA chassis from that body shell there. Just adjust this. There we go. We're putting in MGB 4-speed overdrive. Now this came fitted with I think it's a 240Z or a Toyota 5-speed gearbox, and the way they'd done it was just hammer an aluminium thing to cover it. We're trying to do it a bit nicer than that. So what I've done is this was part of the aluminium panel. That piece is new, and then very good drawing. That piece is new, which has then I've been able to pull this out. I've also, as you can see, I've cut various places around to spread this so it can drop over the gearbox. Now we've got the difficult second album. I've cut this piece to go in roughly, and we're going to see. I don't really want to do, I want to curve this in. Sorry, I don't think I'm pointing where I'm to put, yeah. I want to curve this in. I don't really want to have a hard, because this gets covered with carpet. When it's covered with carpet, as long as it's smooth shapes, should be fine. So I think what I'm going to do, this is the original. This goes under there, and when I've opened these flaps up a bit, it should drop down into it. So that'll be nice. Yeah, what I'm going to do is cut this back to, say, there, roughly. Put a bend on this, and then try and do a sort of nice curved something. We'll see. It's a little bit suck and see, this is. I don't really want to, I could just go straight, but I want it on top of the chassis rail really. We'll see what we come up with. Found the angle grinder. Let's crack on. Right, so to start us off, what I've done is I haven't got a roller or an English wheel yet. So I've done this by doing loads of little tiny folds on the folder next door. I haven't got my folder yet. Should give us, we want it sort of there. But what I'll do is, I'm going to take the transmission tunnel off, cut this section back to this corner, drill that hole so I can bolt it down, and then I should be able to adjust the curve on the car and work out how high. And actually notice this isn't a straight, it is a straight line, but it's an angle. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Right, let's get this tunnel back off again, cut that bit out, drill a new hole, and we'll go from there. Righty, so bit cut off. So my plan is to do something along those lines to match the curve at the front. Get a cleco in there, probably 2 clecos in there, and then work out roughly where this cut's going to go, and then once that's roughed in, is this bottom edge here. Oh, I might be able to do a fancy curvy thing with me new Dubry Watson. That'll make more sense in a minute. Right, let's get some holes drilled to pull this in, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we've done a bit of faffing. That's pretty much what I was going for. Hoping higher up because there's a seam that runs on top there. Oh, it's actually underneath, but there's a seam. So we're going to have a seam similarly, and I'm going to bring it forward to this, and then when we've got it all sort of a bit more hunky-dory, I'll go behind and cut this. So we'll tack it all, take the transmission tunnel off, go behind and probably cut up there. So there'll just be a seam behind, so when you look up underneath the car there'll just be a seam. It's going to be, that's going to be the tricky curve. We should be okay. I've just put a cleco in this top, and we'll work out where that cut needs to be. Yeah, it's kind of coming out how I hoped. So we're going to cut the piece to make this section. Try and do a bit of bending and see what we can do. It's sort of alright, but I've slightly flamingoed up. Hang on. Get on top of that edge. That's not bad, but it doesn't overlap here because this cut goes upwards, which I'd forgotten about. And also I need to trim some off to rotate it that way. So what I need is the same piece but 2 centimeters longer. So then I can put a cut on this to rotate it so it lines up with this seam, and then we can start jiggling about. But yeah, it's sort of getting it. Obviously we need to play with the curves a bit. It's a lot better than what was there. So as anyone knows who's done a bit of this, your test fitting game has got to be strong. You've got to be up for test fitting, refitting, test fitting. We're getting closer now. Obviously that needs to be tied into there. I need to cut a curve for this inspection panel. Maybe put a slight tweak, that's what this mark is, to take that flange across. Word of the day, flange, nice. Once we've got that pretty much sussed out, we'll get the stronger clecos. These are my cleco holes, so no messing about with the plug welds holes. I'm going to take this off, cut that, put a slight further bend on this, maybe flatten this edge very slightly if it doesn't mess everything up too much. I put a curve on that, I don't know why. Yeah, so we're going to do that now, and then this piece can be welded on, and we'll work on filling our gap then. But we're sort of getting there. I moved my dad's E-Type to the spray shop yesterday, so I did a video on that. And then I got a video coming up on the Blue Defender and the Figaro. Yeah, right, let's crack on. As you can hear, the weld is on. That curvy bit is not perfect, but let's get some plug welds. We're going to try a slightly higher setting. Let's go.
Cover them up so you don't see beyond the mask. My world's a dying star.
CD just ended, so I have to stand up, turn the music off, which is a constant annoyance of doing YouTube stuff. We got the next piece in. I've cut badly and too much. My permanent pen is getting a bit thick. So I've clamped a flattened piece of copper pipe below. So I'm going to fill this seam here, tack it as many places so I can get rid of some of these clamps, and then we should be good to go. We'll see now.
Scars, cover them up so you don't see beyond the mask. My world's a dying star. Falling for you has buried me in smoke and ash, in smoke and ash. Take me to the ending of the story. I'll see you in the morning.
Right, I'm sort of happy with this and sort of not. Don't really like that it's played on top, but I've done a bridge joint across this bottom. That's nice. I'm happy with that. I might do a relief cut there. I'm wondering about cutting this back to flush this in with this piece, so we'll only have one joint going over the top, and then also cutting this back so I can flush that into this old section. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Not happy with this. Okay. Probably didn't get what I was on about earlier. That's something more. It's got to go in a little bit on that corner. Could still do a take in 5 minutes off this edge, but drill the holes in the wrong place now, so that's going to have to stay where it is. Take a little bit more off this front edge. And a little tiny bit more off this top edge, then that'll be flush. We can pull this in. Take another pen width off the top, I think. And then a slight amount more off this front edge so it can rotate slightly. Do that. Right, we're a little bit low there, but other than that, we are not too bad. I might cut this, put a blend into that line, but so I'm going to do a couple of welds and then pull this edge up. I might need to do a little slit in there. But yeah, that's pretty much what we were going for. Once we've got this in, grind sand everything back, take it off, weld up these gaps here, cut back the gearbox mount, that one, which I can just touch with my finger, line this part up to go on this rail, straighten this or bend that back in, and and then we're getting it. I have found this is what we were replacing. I thought it was aluminium. It's actually galv. You can see the workmanship that's gone into that. Ah, so you've got a receipt from. We thought Harbour Freight or somewhere. So yeah, so that's the plate that was on the side. But I then found this one, which is the plate that did go on the top. So I need to make something to go on there as well, I think. Because that, well, you can see how much we've changed the shape. Or does it go that way? Ah, it goes that way. Still not going to work. So yeah, we need to create something. It's going to need to come up. Could be a bit tricky, that one. Yeah. Right, so get some plug welds done on this plate and then go from there. So that's the little bobby dazzler welded in. A couple of little bits I'm not super happy with. Let's see, I'm gonna grind all these welds off, or most of them. A couple that need a little bit of fiddling with, and take it off, finish welding all these joins up, and then what I'm going to do is bend a piece of metal over the top of this with the transmission tunnel off, and then hopefully use a bowl from a headlight to create a curve. Yeah, let's see. Hopefully you'll see what I mean in a minute. It's not as good as I was hoping, but it's okay. We're pretty happy. So I filled in these gaps that we were talking about down here. Need to weld up there. Do that when I take it off. Welded up these two where I brought it out. So I'm going to take it off the car. Cut a new piece for this delightfully panel beaten horribleness, and also do a bit more grinding. Clean it once I welded these up, clean those up, pull this flange in that way and straighten, flatten this bit, so that's nice. And yeah, we're getting there. Well, we're sort of getting there. We're getting there, but I'd forgotten about this bit, which I think is going to be a fair bit trickier than I was hoping. Yeah, we'll see now. Alright, I think that's going to be it for one video. Done most of what I said. Straightened this, welded these up. I haven't welded those up yet. I started making this piece, but it's going to be incredibly difficult. We managed to find a normal one, which is like 20 quid or something, so we've got to start in place rather than that beaten piece of galvanized sheet. So we've ordered that, or put an offer on that, whatever. Pretty happy with where it is. So it slots into that standard bracket. This is the panel at the back of the engine bay that I made ages ago. When I made it, we decided it was going to stay left-hand drive. We've now changed our minds, it's going to be right-hand drive, so I had to drill all these various holes and the square bit for the pedals to go through. Started having a bit of a tidy up. We've also got a boot floor coming due to these. Got a black glove on. these holes. This is a rust treatment I've been trying out, MC51. It's supposed to be great. Does appear to, because this was shiny, obviously these bits were rusty. Does appear to have made them, the shiny bits, rusty, possibly. Yeah, so we've got boot floor coming. So tomorrow, this is the old panel from the back of the engine bay. As you can see, that was pretty crusty from the years of brake fluid being spilt on it. I've got to fit that into the body shell, which involves temporarily fitting it and then putting the body shell on top of the chassis. So we're going to do that tomorrow when I finish tidying up. But yeah, I think that's it for one video. Oh, really quick one, if anyone out there, that is a Honda ES 5500 or 5500 generator. Does anyone know the model number for the starter motor? Because that'd be great. The starter motor was broke. I gave it to someone to get fixed and he promptly lost it. There was, I'm not sure it was an AC Delc or it wasn't a Honda part number, there was another part number on it, which I now can't find. So if anyone's got any clues on that, that'd be great. If not, I think that's gonna, thanks for watching, I think that's gonna be it. More progress soon. And probably Saturday we're gonna jump on finishing off bits on the Golf. Right, speak to you later. Take care. Bye bye.